We're doing another little chair-based yoga session, and chair-based yoga is suitable for absolutely anybody. So make sure your feet are flat on the floor. Barefoot is best, in a chair with no arms on it, and try and sit up nice and tall. Visualize your spine. Even if you have a problem like scoliosis and something like that, visualize your spine as if your tailbone's lengthening towards the floor and the crown of your head is extending upwards. So instead of sitting slouch like that where we compress our organs, imagine you've got a hook on the crown of your head and it's lifting you upwards. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Just place one hand over your heart space, one hand on your lower belly, and just close your eyes. So I like to encourage students to check in before every session, and that helps us become more in tune with our body. A part of food integrity is becoming more in tune with our body. And sometimes we spend so much time in our head, we don't tend to notice our body until we've got aches and pains or until we're ill. So it's good to just take a moment to check in, and also having your hands here, it's very soothing. You know, whether someone else is touching us or whether we're placing our own hands on our body, it's very soothing. And also we need to become comfortable with touching our own body. You know, we want to learn to feed our body well, we want to learn to nourish our body. So we want to learn to be comfortable touching our body, because this is the longest relationship we'll ever have. And as you breathe, try and breathe down into your belly first. So as you breathe in, allow your belly to expand, and keep breathing in, feel your rib cage expand. Breathe in a little bit more, feel your chest rise. And just pause for a couple of seconds at the top of the inhale. As you breathe out, feel your chest relax. Keep breathing out, feel your rib cage start to contract, and keep breathing out until your tummy muscles pull in, your belly button pulls in towards your spine. Again, just wait for a couple of seconds at the end of the exhale. And just take a few breaths like that. This is a very calming, grounding exercise. If you're feeling a little bit stressed, breathing down into the belly activates the vagus nerve, which activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So if you're feeling stressed or anxious, it can calm you down. And also, breathing, air is our body's fuel. So if you want more energy, you want to feel more awake and lively, then we need to learn to breathe properly. Noticing a few deep breaths and just noticing how you're feeling right now. Noticing how you're feeling energy-wise. Knowing that us humans, you know, we're not robots. Our energy goes up and down. Our moods go up and down. And also noticing how you're feeling physically. So if there's any areas of tension, any tightness, or anywhere that just feels a little bit vulnerable, you know, if you've got an old injury or something like that, just simply noticing without judging it, without criticizing it, without going, oh, I'm so-and-so, my body doesn't work the way I want it to. Because your body hears every word you say. So we want to show our body love, even if it doesn't always work the way we'd want it to, even if it doesn't look the way we'd want it to. I'd love to put a bit of weight on. I'd love to have bigger boobs and a bigger bum and all that stuff. But I try and love my body because it enables me to practice yoga. It enables me to ride my ponies. Let's take another deep breath like that. See if you can expand your belly even more. Think of a baby when they breathe. Their belly really expands. Rib cage expands, chest rises. And as you breathe out, chest relax. Imagine your rib cage squeezing closed, and pull that belly button in, squeeze all the air out. Relax the arms out and shift away from the back of the chair a little bit. And sitting up nice and tall, heels on the floor, feet on the floor, and you're just going to lift and lower your heels. Just lifting and lowering your heels to wake up your feet and to warm up your ankles. So just lift and lower your heels. As you're doing that, make sure you're not slouching in the chair. So firm up your belly slightly. And still breathe nice deep breaths. When we firm up our belly, that helps us to sit up nice and tall. We're less likely to slouch when we do that. And then this time, try and lift your toes. So just lift your toes off the floor and lower them down, keeping the heels on the floor. As you lift your toes, feel the stretch in your calf muscles. You might not be able to see my feet, but heels stay on the floor. Just lift the balls of the feet, lift the toes, lift and lower, lift and lower. Then lift the ball of your, the heel of your right foot. I'm using it here. And then imagine drawing a circle with your heel. I should have done the other side, really. So imagine drawing a circle with your heel just to loosen up the ankles, then round the other way. Doesn't matter how big or small your circle is. We tend to forget about exercising our feet and hands. And we do the same on the other side. So lift the other heel. And again, just imagine circling that heel around. You can go a little bit slow if you might hear a few cracks like mine has just done. And circling it around the other way. Again, try and keep nice and upright so we're not just slouching into the chair as we do that. And then release. Awesome. And still sitting up nice and tall. Bring the shoulders up, forward, back and down. Up, forward, down and back. So nice, big circles. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our shoulders. So make the circles as big as you can, and you might notice after a couple of repetitions it feels a little bit easier. And then go the other way. Forward, up, back and down. Breathing in and out through the nose as you do that. And imagine your shoulder blades sliding down towards the back of your heart. And then alternating shoulders. And allow your rib cage to move. Allow your spine to move as you kind of wiggle side to side. You see my spine wiggling. You can't actually see my spine, but you know what I mean. You can see my body wiggling, and your spine is wiggling and loosening up a little bit. And then see if you can come forward. It's good for working the brain as well, because it's harder doing separate than doing them both together. And then go back again. Yeah, just breathing. See if you can make the movement a little bit bigger, a little bit quicker as well. You might start to feel a little bit of heat in your shoulders as you're releasing tension. Inhale, shrug the shoulders as tightly as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, let them drop. We'll do that a couple more times. And by doing this, we're also activating our thyroid gland, and we're also stimulating the triple heater meridian, which is on the top of the shoulders. And that's got a lot to do with our immune system. One more. Inhale, squeeze, hold, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Release. You might feel a nice warm glow along the back of your shoulders. And just drop the head to one side. Stretch the other hand down towards the floor if you wish. You can bring the other hand over and just rest it lightly on the side of your head. So we're stretching out the side of the neck. Take a nice deep breath in, firm up that belly. As you breathe out, see if you can relax the head even more. And again, breathe in and out. And release the stretch, lift back up. You should notice that that side feels different to the other side. So let the head drop to the other side, reach the hand down. Again, if you wish, you can rest. I'm digging my head in my bracelet. You're just resting, you're not pulling with that arm, you're just resting. And make sure you're not kind of tipping to one side or the other. So we're just keeping the rest of the body upright. Nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax your shoulders, relax your head. And release the stretch. And come back up. And extend the arms out in front. Inhale, flex the hands up. And exhale, flex them down. So stretching out your wrists. We want to keep our hands mobile. Then we need to move them. Keep the shoulders relaxed. As you flex the hands up, try and keep the fingers. They will want to naturally curl. So try and keep the fingers up. And then circle out your hands. Nice big circles. You might get a bit of popping and cracking. That's okay. And around the other way. So if you want to prevent things like arthritis, it's good to exercise our hands. Now imagine you've got something on the tip of your thumb and you're trying to flip it off. So imagine you've got a blob or something on the tip of your thumb and you're trying to flick it off, and do it as fast as you can. And you'll feel all the muscles in your hands and arms engaging. Still breathe, nice deep breaths. And we shake those arms out, out. Good old shake. And still sitting up nice and tall. Bring your hands one on top of the other, as if you've got a ball of energy between your hands. And you're going to inhale as you bring it to one side, then switch hands. Exhale around the other side. So imagine you're carrying a ball of light to one side, then the other. There's a move taken from Tai Chi. And as we're twisting, we're warming up into the spine. So keep lengthening up through the crown of the head. Follow your hands with your eye gaze, keeping your wrists soft, spine nice and tall, and belly button drawn in. And you might start to feel heat building up between the hands. But notice as I'm taking my arms around, I'm twisting through my torso. So it's really important to keep a nice tall spine, keep your shoulders relaxed. And you can go a bit slower if you want to. Just simply breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. It's good for giving you an energy boost and for warming up your spine. Just one more. And release the arms down. I'm going to do a little exercise that's great for digestion, but don't do it if you've just eaten, okay? Best on a empty belly. If you have anything like IBS or constipation, anything like that, it's great for that. But even if you don't, it's great for massaging all our inner organs. All we're going to do is we're going to take a breath in, we're going to hold the breath. With the breath held in, you're going to pump the belly. So you're going to try and pull it in as tight as you can and literally relax it. Pull it in and relax. Pull it in and relax. To start with, you may have to go slow. And after a while, you may be able to speed up. Then when you need to breathe out, breathe all the way out. Try and hold the breath out and pump the belly. So to start with, just go slow. Pull it in as tightly as you can and just literally relax. And that pumping motion is massaging, it's hard to talk at the same time, is massaging your inner organs. When you need to breathe in again, lifting up nice and tall. And hold the breath and pump the belly. Now our digestive system is intricately linked with our immune system. So we want to have a healthy gut to have a healthy immune system. Again, when you need to breathe out, breathe all the way out. Also tones up your tummy muscles as well. Again, holding the breath out. So just go at your own pace. Don't have to keep pace with me. And you'll feel it working your tummy muscles. And once you've got it, you can speed up a little bit. And just do one more round. And our gut health is also linked to our mental health and well-being. If we've got poor gut health, because some of our hormones are to do with our gut health, things like serotonin is to do with our gut health. So it's been proven that poor gut health can cause or exacerbate depression or anxiety. So it's really important to look after our gut. So not only do we need to be aware of what we're putting in, what we're eating, we need to make sure our gut is healthy. And if you suffer any kind of symptoms like bloating, lethargy, constipation, diarrhea, that's your gut trying to tell you that something is slightly off and needs attention. And just bring your hands on to your knees or thighs. Visualize your spine from your tailbone to the base of your skull. Inhale, stick your chest out. Imagine tipping your pelvis forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under and round over. So inhale, notice my pelvis. I'm tipping the hips downwards. As I tuck under, I'm tipping the hips towards me. So inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, round through the spine. Head stays pretty still. Just focus on your spine and focus on your pelvis rocking. So you should be rocking on your sit bones. Then inhale, lift the front of the heart. Exhale, lift the back of the heart. And visualize your spine, all 26 vertebrae. Remember, the central nervous system runs along the spine. So when we work the spine, we are literally influencing every system in the body. And when you first start this, your spine might feel like really stiff like a broom handle, but after a couple of reps, it should feel a little bit more bendy. So even just doing a few simple moves every day will keep you healthier, more flexible, and able to maintain flexibility for life. You know, our bodies tend to seize up because we stop moving. We stop taking our body through its full range of movement. And that's why we become stiff. That's why you see people when they're walking like that, because they've not done anything to maintain their flexibility. But I'm 46 years old and I've pretty much got full flexibility that, you know, I've always had. That's because I work at it. There's a couple more. Breathe in and out, one more. And lifting up nice and tall. Now just make sure there's nothing behind you. I'm just going to do a little exercise. It works our lung meridian. So obviously to do with our lungs, breathing, but also our lungs are associated with expelling toxins. So our lung meridians is also to do with expelling toxins out of the body. But all we're going to do is we're going to swing the arms back and then just up to shoulder height. Swing them back with as much oomph as you can, so they kind of rebound forward. Breathe in and out. So really swing them back. So it's the back swing that kind of propels them forward. So with as much oomph as you can. And you can also visualize anything you no longer want in your life, throwing it away. Throw it away. That's why I say make sure there's nothing behind you. Don't want you clunking your hands on a wall. And don't worry if your arms don't go very far back, it doesn't matter. It's just that motion of swinging it back also helps to work your shoulders, but because it's so vigorous, you almost feel like you're going to leap off the chair. Maybe 4 more. One more. And release. And then just place your hands on opposite shoulders if you're giving yourself a hug. And just gently squeeze as if you're rounding over, stretching the upper back. This also stimulates our triple-heater meridian, which is very influential with our immune system. That's the word I was trying to say. But I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to think of 3 reasons that you are grateful for yourself, or 3 things that you like about yourself. So for example, I'm grateful for the fact that I can maintain my sense of humor even in the most dire, horrendous circumstances. I'm grateful for the fact that I'm stubborn. So I may kind of get knocked down, but I'll come back fighting again. I'm grateful for the fact that I love animals and I've got care and compassion for animals. Now I know we're not used to praising ourselves. We're not used to sort of thinking kindly or nicely about ourselves. So you may kind of struggle. You may feel resistance at thinking about what you're grateful for about yourself. And say food integrity is so important, but so is feeling care and compassion for your body. You might be grateful the fact that you can still see, you can still hear, you can still talk, you can still walk. Grateful for the fact that you're always there helping your friends. Grateful for the fact that you love cooking. Whatever it is, there's no right or wrong answers. Just think of 3 reasons why you're grateful for yourself, or 3 things that you like about yourself, if that's an easier way to think about it. And just feel again the heat from your hands. So we can kind of give energy healing to ourself. And breathe deeply as you do that. And notice how it feels having your hands on your own body. You're also connecting right and left sides of our body. Take another nice deep breath in. And out. And just switching arms, so bringing the other arm across. And just taking a couple of breaths here, just simply noticing how it feels. Get a little bit of a gentle stretch on your upper back as well. But notice the connection between your hand and your body. Feel the heat of your hand, Imagine energy flowing through your hands into your body. Notice how it feels to give yourself a hug. You might feel resistance to start with. You might feel like it's a bit weird, a bit icky, but that's okay. Just acknowledge that resistance. And imagine hugging someone you care about, because you should be someone that you care about. Because as I said, this is the longest relationship we ever have. And we don't want it to be a toxic, unhealthy, unhappy relationship. Gently undo the arms, just rest your hands, and just take a moment, close your eyes again, just simply notice how you're feeling now. So noticing the subtle or not so subtle changes. You might feel a little bit lighter, you might feel a little bit looser. Just simply observing and acknowledging the changes within your body. And bring your hands into prayer, bring your hands to your heart, just to acknowledge yourself. So thank yourself for taking this time out to nurture and nourish yourself. And enjoy the rest